What's the most craziest out there sequel that you have seen? Well, for me, that is Gremlins 2 The New Batch, which was released in July 1990. The whole movie is absolutely bonkers, which makes it such a great movie to watch, and you have 1 hour 46 minutes of pure fun. The sequel sees Billy and Kate have now moved to New York, Manhattan, but the story starts off with a little loss for poor little Gizmo, as Mr. Wing, who Gizmo thought of his dad, has passed away from the first movie. As Mr. Wing's shop is being demolished, Gizmo runs before he is crushed to death, and runs into these two guys who take him. Billy and Kate work in the same building. Billy works in the design department, whilst Kate works as a tour guide around the high-tech clamp building. A maintenance guy delivers a package to the lab section of the building, only to hear Gizmo whistling. He then ends up on the same floor that Billy is working and starts mimicking the whistle, only for Billy to realise that can only mean one thing. Gizmo.
Excuse me, where'd you hear that?
What?
That music, where did you hear it?
So after Billy gathers the information of the location of that sound, he heads straight for the lab department, sneaks in, and eventually discovers Gizmo. Billy wastes no time in rescuing him. Of course, Billy is still working, so he can't actually leave his job. Gizmo is placed into Billy's desk, and Kate, who is so fond of the furry thing, picks up Gizmo and takes him home. It's a bit too late by then, as Gizmo has already got out, he's already got wet, and now we have some new mischievous mogwai. Kate comes along and takes the wrong mogwai. Gizmo is cute and calm. The one she took was nuts.
Potato? Oh god.
Whilst at home, Billy comes back and realises they do not have Gizmo, and now knows that what happened in Kingston Falls is just about to happen all over again. As Billy learns of this, of course the mogwai are creating havoc in the building. They are just hungry. Now all that's out of the way, we all know what happens next. Mogwai get into their cocoon stage, and when they hatch, Gremlins cause chaos one more time. For this movie to be released in 1990, the effects were fantastic, and some of the gadgets that was created for this movie, for it to feature in the high-tech building, was just way ahead of its time. I watch this movie today and think, oh, we actually have that now. One of my favourite scenes from this movie was when they're filming the Food Network. From the TV chef slurring her words to Daffy having fun in the noodles and George and Lenny playing around with the microwave. Microwave! I am sure that all Gremlins are linked because George did not like that microwave. It was like he got flashbacks from the first movie. Gremlins 2 has a rating of 6 out of 10. It has a 69 Metascore on IMDb and a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes. Another favourite scene of mine is when Kate is rehashing her trauma from when she was a little girl. Yes, we got this also in the first Gremlins with the story of her father who died breaking his neck climbing down the chimney on Christmas Day. The story starts off with her and a man dressed as Abraham Lincoln, and as you start to guess where her childhood story goes, she gets cut off, basically saying, we don't have time for this like we did in the first movie. I love how Burger King features in both of the movies. In Gremlins, Billy and Barney walks past one of them in the hometown in Kingston Falls, and in the second movie, Billy and Kate walk past Burger King in New York City as they are making their way to work. We got the same as the first movie, where the main cast are back with also Chris Columbus as the writer and Joe Dante as the director. I adore that Christopher Lee was a cast member in Gremlins 2. Gremlins 2 is just a bonkers film to watch. With all the mayhem going on, we have malfunctions in the high-tech inventions within the building, and we got a variety of Gremlins. Key and Peele really hit the nail on the head when they did their Gremlins 2 sketch.
Rainy Gremlin, Spider Gremlin, Bat Gremlin, Lady Gremlin, Googly Eye Gremlin, Electricity Gremlin.
What was your favourite Gremlin? Let me know in the comment section of this video. The opening shot of New York City was actual footage from the movie Superman 4: The Quest for Peace in 1987. A fun and funny fact is that during Gremlins' early showings in 1984, some audience members were shocked by how intense or violent parts of the film were, and parents felt a bit uncomfortable, because the movie was marketed as a family movie. Joe Dante recalls seeing a woman dragging her child out of a screening, with the child screaming saying they wanted to go back and watch the movie. That is why this scene made it to Gremlins 2.
Sir! Mom! I can't believe this. I mean, this is worse than the first one.
Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck appearing in the Looney Tunes opening was to set the tone for this movie, and to tell the audience that the movie was going to be more light-hearted rather than it being dark. I have such a fun time watching this movie, and if you have not seen this, I would recommend to give this a go. If you have not seen Gremlins 1 or 2, why not make an evening of it by watching a double feature creature feature? Not everybody is going to like the same movies as you and me, and this is okay, and that is what we have to respect. Thank you for watching and take care of yourselves.